Buffman from the Gladwin County Record and Beaverton Clarion, and I'm here with some representatives of We the People of Gladwin County. We have Mirandy Richardson, Kurt Koser, and Tab Faber. And we're discussing a new educational series of videos called the Friends of Liberty series that they're putting out. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about the series?
Yeah, we're just looking to help people understand the way government works. We want people to break it down and make it easier to understand in a fun way.
I've also had the chance to see videotapes from recent public meetings on a Facebook site called The Viewing Room. Now, is this part of the access to government movement that you guys are working towards?
I believe it's part of it. That idea was spawned from attending school board meetings, township meetings, local government meetings out of curiosity and finding out there's actually very poor attendance. And previously, years back, we would put out quite a schedule of public meetings and try to foster some participation, and we weren't getting a very good turnout. So another idea was to actually go to these meetings, videotape them, and bring them back to the people where we know they are, because we can. Social networking is very large. We know this to be true. We knew we could reach them that way, and we're getting some success, and we're getting some volunteers. We've got a handful right now. It's a great place. The viewing is a great place to store them and find them, and I encourage everyone to go check that out. But also on top of that, we've got this Beaverton page that's pretty popular in the Gladwin County area. There's like 650 people there. And we can have frank discussions on those videos in the Beaverton, and it's, discussions we couldn't have had even a couple years previous, I think.
It's much easier to view your township meeting online as it is to try to attend it on a Tuesday night or a Monday night at a specific time and drive to the hall. So we bring the meeting to you, so it's easier for you to see what's going on in your township and your schools.
Yeah, it's been fun. And it's been educational for myself as one of the camera people.
Now, do you have other events or videos planned to help keep the public engaged?
Absolutely. We're planning on some movie nights, some educational movie nights where we can go over, educational movies. How about that? And then coming up in June, we're looking to have a cookout where we can meet some of our local representatives and talk about the Liberty message.
And finally, tell me a little bit about We the People of Gladwin County.
Well, it's been around for 2007, 5 years now? Or?
5 years, yeah.
Okay, well, Kurt and I met actually through social networking with it would have been a communal friend that thought we had similar views and we should meet, and we actually did. At one, I think it might have been in Lansing even, our business courthouse.
Met at the movie theater.
Did we?
We met at the movie theater. You sought me out.
Yeah.
And hooked us up. Go in.
And yes. But we're actually, the Gladwin County, I think the Tea Party is a spin-off of We the People of Mid-Michigan.
Yep.
We had some general prodding to start a group in our county. Cookie, we were kind of dragging our feet, but we actually followed through with that with Larry Miller on the, what was that, the Slowpoke Express.
Slowpoke Express.
People recall that, that was fun. But it's been entertaining, we've been doing it for 5 years. We've met some great people. We align along similar tenets. We agree with the message of the Tea Party, which is limited government, fiscal responsibility, and free markets. Can you expound on that at all?
Yeah, I went to the 2009 march, and that's where we got to be around with a bunch of people who felt the same way we did, and it was awesome. And it was good to know that we're not alone, and we can all return our country to where it started. And I looked up online where you guys were and became a precinct delegate.
And it's kind of funny how it all started out. Me and Tab would be at the Auburn meetings at the Mid-Michigan group, and we didn't even know we existed until a common friend on Facebook said, "Tab, you need to check Kurt out." And we both know the same lady, so he sought me out, and geez, we've been together ever since then. And like Tab said, we were proud to start a group up here because we can't make a difference in our local community if we don't get involved in our local community. That was made clear to us. And we didn't want to be part of something. We wanted to be different and educate people, because it was our general idea that if we could educate our electorate, if we could educate and teach people about our history, we could probably make a little bit of a difference in our local communities and make a change. But we had to get involved, and it's kind of funny how we all ended up on the same page at some point or another. And it all started out with a 2009 rally down in Washington, D.C. that none of us even though we rode the buses down together, knew each other at that point, and even getting off the buses coming back, still didn't know each other. But here we are now, from one event to now.
Well, obviously those connections are very valuable. Say someone wanted to become more involved or find out more information, how would they do that?
Well, if you Google We the People of Gladwin County, I'm sure you'll find us. We do have a Facebook page. We do have a website. We have an email, WTPOGC@hotmail.com. You can reach us there.
And we will put links at the bottom of this video if you want to reach us.
Try that video.
Well, thank you for sitting down with me and telling me a little bit about your educational video series. And without further ado, we're going to watch the very first video from Friends of Liberty, which is done by We the People of Gladwin County. And this video is on precinct delegates. Enjoy.
We've been wanting to share an important but largely misunderstood elected office position, that is the precinct delegate. And what is a precinct delegate? Precinct delegates are elected directly by the voters of each precinct to serve as a bridge between voters and the political party of the county. The precinct delegate represents their precinct at political party meetings. What is a precinct? The precinct is the smallest political unit in the county, and all voters in a precinct vote at one voting location. What do precinct delegates do? There are mixed views as to the role of a precinct delegate. It has been our experience that the positions are poorly advertised intentionally to be saved for the political party faithful. This, we believe, helps to solidify the top-down chain of command structure that is found in our political parties today. The parties have generally promoted unity and a winner-take-all or win-at-all-costs approach in endorsing their candidates. Our training has been that precinct delegates walk their precincts to get out the vote, plant campaign signs, and phone bank. While those may be necessary duties for a political party activist, that is not the most important duty of the precinct delegate. Those duties belong to party activists, and there is nothing wrong with that, certainly. What then do you feel is the most important duty of a precinct delegate? We think it is to represent the people of the precinct to the political party and to bring a bottom-up presence to the political party structure. It is important for delegates to impress upon their county party leadership the ideas and values of the individual precincts. What we do not want is the state party leadership handing down the ideas and values to the precincts through the county party leadership. The Tea Party seems to have chosen the Republican Party to work in. In what way do we, the people of Gladwin County, hope to influence the Republican Party? We believe the current top-down structure of the political parties have allowed a noticeable shift from our founding values. Traditionally, Republicans have been just right of center, and Democrats have been just left of center. Voter national apathy has allowed the political powers through a top-down system to move both parties left. We feel the National Republican Party now rests left of center, and the National Democratic Party has moved very far and embarrassingly left. Our goal is to move the Republican National Party back where it belongs, right of center. The Tea Party has been accused in the media of being extreme right-wing, over-the-top, and unreasonable. How do you counter those views? We don't find traditional religious principles, marriage, and family values to be unreasonable, and we don't find the concept of limited constitutional government a radical concept for the United States of America. We do find our fast-paced government growth to be compared to socialism, and our national debt to be of a very great concern. The extreme right label is taken out of context. That view is dependent on the current vantage point of the accuser, and the accusers are not standing where our forefathers were standing. So do you consider yourself Republicans? The Tea Party is not warm on the Republican Party currently. If they would adhere to their party platform more closely, then we could be a little more confident in their strategies. The Republican Party was to be the party of freedom and limited government. When and if they get back to their core principles, then maybe we can proclaim to be Republicans more comfortably. The Tea Party focus for the Republican Party is on smaller government and less intrusion into our daily lives. We're not about white-haired, rich old men that the media has labeled the Republican Party makeup.